Meteorologist Sean Sublette from the Richmond Times-Dispatch. We look statewide at the weather pattern for these next 3 days. Everything points to one that is cloudy with several rounds of rain, and it's also going to keep the temperatures below normal, a little bit humid, and the potential for some flooding. Again, you look at the satellite imagery there, that tells a lot of the story with the absence of any significant sunshine in the state and the temperatures on this Tuesday afternoon running into the 70s. Now, if you look closely from the satellite vantage point, you can see this kind of spiraling nature here in the clouds down here to Nashville. It's a big area of low pressure that is cut off from the main flow of the jet stream. This is largely responsible for the clouds and the rain through a lot of the state over the last 48 hours or so. It's not going anywhere for another 2 or 3 days either. The end result is that it pulls in a tremendous amount of moisture from the Atlantic Ocean across the Carolinas and back into Virginia. And that's why we do expect more rain in the coming 3 days or so. In terms of any legitimate flooding threat for the shorter term, there is a flood watch for Floyd, Patrick counties, and going westward into Carroll County, Grayson County. It's the only place with a flood watch right now. A lot of the rivers in the western part of the state, Stanton River, Dan River, Roanoke River, they're high. Not quite the flood level yet. It really depends on how much rain comes down over the next 1 to 3 days if those rivers exceed their banks. James River, Appomattox River, and certainly going northward up to the Rappahannock River, flooding really not that much of an issue at all. What we think will be the issue in the coming 1 to 2 days, some isolated to scattered small stream and urban flooding. Again, we don't see a lot of rain coming down statewide through tonight, but tomorrow is a very wet day in the eastern part of the state. Richmond heading out to the Chesapeake, down to Hampton Roads, a good 1 to 2 inches of rain falling on Wednesday in that part of the state. Another wave will begin to move into the western half of the Commonwealth, Roanoke, Lynchburg, Danville, Blacksburg. We do think there will be more rain there. Perhaps not so much on Wednesday, but then getting into Thursday and perhaps Thursday night. So really statewide, it's going to be a wet 3 days with the temperatures holding in the 70s in the day, during the day, 60s, a little humid at night. A broad area of 2 to 4 inches of rain in southern Virginia over these next 3 days or so. As always, some places get a little more, some places get a little bit less. And there will be some limited drying this weekend. Don't expect a pristinely sunny weekend, but we do think a couple of scattered showers, thunder showers will still be in the mix, but not as consistent of a rain as what we're going to see for the better part of these next 3 days. Certainly stay with us on social media for updates and subscribe to the Times-Dispatch. Hey, you can get all of our videos right to your phone on the Virginia Video Network app.